Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says world's prosperity and bright future is embedded in India's prosperity. Inaugurates Uttar Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023 in Lucknow. Prime Minister to flag off 2 Vande Bharat trains and inaugurate new campus of Saifee Academy in Mumbai today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman to reply to the budget discussion in the Lok Sabha this afternoon. ISRO successfully launches SSLV-D2 carrying 3 satellites from Sriharikota. Third edition of Khelo India Winter Games begins in Gulmarg, Jammu and Kashmir. And in cricket, India were 223 for 5 against Australia on day 2 of the Nagpur test a short while ago. Captain Rohit Sharma hit century. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the world's prosperity and bright future is embedded in India's prosperity. Mr. Modi was speaking after inaugurating the Uttar Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023 in Lucknow today.
एक तरफ डबल इंजन सरकार का इरादा और दूसरी तरफ संभावनाओं से भरा उत्तर प्रदेश, इससे बेहतर पार्टनरशिप हो ही नहीं सकती। ये जो समय है इसको हमें गंवाना नहीं चाहिए। भारत की समृद्धि में दुनिया की समृद्धि निहित है। भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य में दुनिया के उज्जवल भविष्य की गारंटी पड़ी है। समृद्धि की इस यात्रा में आप सबकी भागीदारी बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है।
Mr. Modi said as a market, India is now becoming seamless and government procedures are getting simplified.
भारत अब सीमलेस हो रहा है, सरकारी प्रक्रियाएं भी सरल हो रही। मैं अक्सर कहता हूं कि आज भारत आउट ऑफ कंपल्सन नहीं बल्कि आउट ऑफ कन्विक्शन रिफॉर्म करता है। यही कारण है कि भारत 40,000 से अधिक कंप्लायंसेस को खत्म कर चुका है, दर्जनों पुराने कानूनों को खत्म कर चुका है। आज भारत सही मायने में स्पीड और स्केल के रास्ते पर चल पड़ा है।
He said today there are great opportunities to invest in different sectors in India.
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर रिकॉर्ड खर्च आज सरकार कर रही है और हर वर्ष इसको हम बढ़ा रहे हैं। इसलिए आज आपके लिए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में इन्वेस्टमेंट के नए मौके बन रहे हैं। आज आपके लिए हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में इन्वेस्टमेंट के भी अनेक अवसर है। ग्रीन ग्रोथ के जिस रास्ते पर भारत चल पड़ा है उसमें तो मैं आपको विशेष रूप से आमंत्रित करता हूं।
Mentioning about the emerging global economic growth of the country, Prime Minister said despite facing several global challenges, including COVID pandemic and Russia-Ukraine conflict, India became the fastest growing economy in the world. He said the country showed resilience and recovery during the difficult period, and the reason behind it is the growing confidence of the citizen of India.
भारत की इकोनॉमी के आज के सामर्थ्य और यहाँ के मैक्रो और माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक फंडामेंटल्स को भी बहुत बारीकी से देख रहे हैं। आखिर पैंडेमिक और वॉर के शॉक के बाहर निकलकर भारत फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी कैसे बना है। आज दुनिया की हर क्रेडिबल वॉइस ये मानती है कि भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था ऐसे ही तेजी से आगे बढ़ती रहेगी।
He said there is a visible change in aspirations of the citizen and now they want to see the country as a developed nation and this aspiration is pushing the government to do more.
भारतीयों का खुद पर बढ़ता भरोसा, खुद पर आत्मविश्वास आज भारत के यूथ की सोच में, भारत के समाज की सोच और एस्पिरेशंस में एक बड़ा बदलाव देखने को मिल रहा है। आज भारत का हर नागरिक ज्यादा से ज्यादा विकास होते देखना चाहता है। वो अब भारत को जल्द से जल्द विकसित होते देखना चाहता है।
The Prime Minister said today Uttar Pradesh is known for good governance, peace, law and order and stability. Mr. Modi highlighted the contribution of Uttar Pradesh in the growth of the country and said that the state has more potential and capacity than several countries of the world. He asserted that Uttar Pradesh is driving the growth of New India. The Prime Minister termed millets as Shri Ann and added that on one side, government is promoting farmers to grow millets and on the other hand, developing global market for it.
हमने इस मिलेट को, मोटे अनाज को एक नया नाम दिया है, श्री अन्न। ये श्री अन्न जिसमें न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू बहुत अधिक है, ये सुपर फूड है। जैसा श्रीफल का माध्यम है, महात्मय है, वैसा ही श्री अन्न का भी महात्मय बनने वाला है। हमारे ये प्रयास है कि भारत का श्री अन्न ग्लोबल न्यूट्रिशन सिक्योरिटी को एड्रेस करे। दुनिया इस वर्ष को इंटरनेशनल ईयर ऑफ मिलेट के रूप में भी मना रही है।
On the occasion, Mr. Modi also inaugurated Global Trade Show and launched Invest UP 2.0. The theme of the summit is Uttar Pradesh, New India's Growth Engine. Speaking on the occasion, State Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said, till date the state has received 18,634 proposals of investment worth more than 32 lakh crore rupees. He said the investment is expected to generate around 92 lakh jobs in the state. Today, Prime Minister Modi will visit Maharashtra to flag off 2 Vande Bharat trains and launch several infrastructure projects in Mumbai. A report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visits aim to inaugurate 2 special Vande Bharat trains. The Mumbai-Solapur Vande Bharat train will be the 9th Vande Bharat train in the country. The new world-class train will improve connectivity between Mumbai and Solapur and will also facilitate travel to important pilgrimages like Siddheshwar in Solapur, Akkalkot, Tulzapur, Pandharpur and Alandi. While Mumbai-Sainagar Shirdi Vande Bharat train will be the 10th Vande Bharat train in the country. It will also improve the connectivity of important pilgrimage centers in Maharashtra like Nashik, Trambakeshwar, Sainagar Shirdi and Shani Shingnapur. The Prime Minister will also dedicate the second part of Santacruz-Chembur Link Road, SCLR and Kurar Underpass. With Prarthana, this is Jeevan Bhavsar, AIR News, Mumbai.
In the evening, Mr. Modi will inaugurate the new campus of Al Jamia Tuz Safia, the Saifee Academy at Marol in Mumbai. Al Jamia Tuz Safia is the principal education institute of the Dawoodi Bohra community, which is working to protect the learning traditions and literary culture of the community. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. President Draupadi Murmu has reiterated the importance of yoga for a healthy life. President Murmu was speaking at the Foundation Day celebration of Gyan Prabha Mission at Bhubaneswar today. She said several countries in the world have now realized the importance of yoga in the lives of people. She said the change came following the United Nations declaration in 2014 of celebrating 21st of June as the International Yoga Day every year after India's persuasion. The President said yoga is not just a physical activity but embodies unity of body, mind and soul. Governor Professor Ganeshi Lal, Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and other dignitaries also present on the occasion. President Murmu reached Bhubaneswar today on a 2-day visit to Odisha. In the afternoon, the President Murmu will attend the convocation ceremony of the Ramadevi Women's University in the state capital. In Tripura, senior leaders of several political parties are campaigning for state assembly polls to get support of the voters. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address public rallies in the state tomorrow. From the party, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju and renowned actor Hema Malini will hold rallies today for the party candidates. Senior CPIM leaders Manik Sarkar and Sitaram Yechury and TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee are also campaigning for the party candidates. The Congress will release its manifesto at Agartala tomorrow in presence of senior leaders. Meanwhile, voting is underway for persons with disabilities and elderly people who wish to cast vote from the home. Today is the last date for withdrawal of candidature for the assembly elections in Meghalaya and Nagaland. The Lok Sabha today resumed discussion on the Union Budget 2023-24. Participating in the discussion, Tejasvi Surya of the BJP listed out several government measures for the welfare of people of Karnataka. He said various steps taken by the centre have helped the state to attract the highest FDI as well as unicorns and startups. He said Karnataka is one of the most progressive states in the country. Another party MP, Kirit Solanki, highlighted that the union budget has taken care of the interest of the poor, women, youth and other sections of the society. He talked about provisions for the health sector in the budget. He lauded the government for COVID management. Congress MP S. Thirunavakara Sakrar also spoke on the budget and alleged that the minority has been ignored in it. JDU MP Dileshwar Kamayat criticized the union budget, saying it does not talk about doubling farmers' income and other promises of the government. The discussion is underway. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman will reply to the budget discussion this afternoon in the lower house. The Indian Space Research Organization ISRO successfully launched the second developmental flight of the small satellite launch vehicle SSLV-D2 from Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh this morning. The launch took place at 9:18 a.m. The SSLV-D2 successfully put into the intended orbit Earth observation satellite Janus-1 and Chennai-based space startup Space Kids Azadi Sat-2. The 34-meter tall SSLV-D2, weighing 120 tons, took off from the first launch pad of the Satish Dhawan Space Center. The three-staged SSLV-D2, powered by solid fuel, also has a velocity trimming module powered by liquid fuel for precise injection of satellites. More from a correspondent.
It was a successful flight of the SSLV-D2 with the precise placement of the satellites in the destined planar orbit. Scientists and invitees gathered at ISRO to witness the event and were in a jubilant mood even as SSLV rode into the sunny skies like a knight shining in armor. Anxious moments prevailed during the three stages of separation of the rocket, but just in the destined time the satellites were placed in orbit and put smiles back in the faces of the onlookers. The Earth observation satellite EOS-07 will be used for Earth observation purposes. Janus-1 sent by Uttar is from the United States, which will feature 5 different payloads on its satellite software once in orbit. Joy, AN News reporting from Sriharikota.
ISRO Chairman S. Somnath has said that the organization will be launching Polo Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV and Small Satellite Launch Vehicle SSLV in March this year. Mr. Somnath was speaking after successfully launching SSLV-D2 and placing 3 satellites in a precise orbit this morning.
Today, SSLV-D2 has placed the EOS-07 satellite in its intended orbit very accurately. Along with the EOS-07, 2 more satellites were also placed in the required orbit, Janus-1 through NSIL and from the Antares, and Azadi-Sat through InSpace realized by the Space Kids. So congratulations to all 3 satellite teams for making the satellites as well as placing in the right orbit, and I wish all the very best to the rest of the operations of the satellite for accomplishing their mission goals.
The ISRO chief said the space agency is gearing up for commercial satellite launch in March this year in a new facility. He also said ISRO will launch 36 satellites of the UK-based OneWeb. According to Mr. Somnath, the landing experiment for ISRO's reusable launch vehicle will be carried out and the year end will see the launch of NISAR satellite, a joint project of India and the US. The third edition of the Khelo India Winter Games kicked off at Gulmarg in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir today. Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur declared open the games. In cricket, India were 226 for 5 in the first innings against Australia at tea on day 2 of the opening test of the 4-match Border Gavaskar Trophy tournament in Nagpur when reports last came in. Earlier, the hosts resumed the play at the overnight score of 77 for 1. Captain Rohit Sharma hit a century. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says world's prosperity and bright future is embedded in India's prosperity. Inaugurates Uttar Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023 in Lucknow. Prime Minister to flag off 2 Vande Bharat trains and inaugurate new campus of Saifee Academy in Mumbai today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman to reply to the budget discussion in the Lok Sabha this afternoon. ISRO successfully launches SSLV-D2 carrying 3 satellites from Sriharikota. Third edition of the Khelo India Winter Games begins in Gulmarg, Jammu and Kashmir. And in cricket, India were 226 for 5 against Australia at tea on day 2 of the Nagpur test a short while ago. Captain Rohit Sharma hits century. And with that we end the Midday News.